Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 2, gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 2, gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, just subscribe, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. That joke was crazy. We sit on the table. Man, that's all you heard. They was in there doing him dirty, so I look at Biggs like, I'm just trying to read Biggs' brain while he watching. He like, he almost did the Mick off Rocky when Mick was watching Mr. T fight on part 3, and he knew Rocky couldn't beat Mr. T. And he was watching, Mick was watching him. Mick was seeing how he was knocking dudes out. Mick was like, that's word I almost seen Biggs do that. Biggs was like, Biggs jumped one time, like, you know what I mean? So they was in that jump for a minute. So the little young boy from Norfolk right there, that's the red team, he watching the jump. Biggs like, yo, how much you hungry? Young boy from Norfolk was like, all right, homie, all right, homie, all right, homie, all right, homie, all right, homie. That's all you heard was a couple more. A couple more last hits. Them dudes come out. They come out like bad dudes. They go up the steps like bad dudes. I'm looking, I'm like, they went right when he said it. I was like, man, that's crazy. Biggs went in the cell. When I seen Biggs going to cell, I walked over there. I was like, I look, bro was just getting off the ground. He was like, and then for real, man, the dude, Lil Jim, he wasn't a big guy, man. Lil Jim probably was 5'6", skinny, brown skin, little dude. Man, he was a little guy. I ain't even gonna lie, he was a real skinny dude, man. He get up, he like, he look in the mirror, his word, Biggs, look at him, Biggs was like, man, you all right, man. You got a cut right here, man. And this right here kind of swollen, man. Your face ain't messed up. He was like, he looked at his face, he was like, yeah, because I was wrecking. That's why, yeah, I wrecked. And take 3 dudes. Yeah, take 3 homies, because I was wrecking. He pumped up. I was like, crazy, man. So I walked away after that. I felt like this wasn't my business, man. Like, I already went enough by hollering at the young boy from the town and try to get it, make sure it's a fair jump. You know what I mean? But after that, they was like, yo, they came back to the cell. They was like, yo, give us your literature, bro. He was like, I ain't got no literature. No, the literature is like, the, you know what I mean? The red teams, like history, the stuff they got on paper, they got written down, whatever your set, your beliefs and all of that. He was like, yo, give us all. He was like, I ain't got it. He was like, how I was gonna get transferred with it? I couldn't take that with me when I got transferred. And he right though, because for real, a lot of dudes can't. So the dude from Richmond looked at him like, all right, but look though, don't me see you throwing up nothing but no more with the red team, man. That's out. You done. He was like, all right, man. He peeled off, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, that junk crazy. I went in the cell because I didn't know the police saw this. I didn't know what was going on. The last thing I was trying to do was get tangled up on some BS. So as I'm in the cell chilling, I hear a knock at the door. It's my homeboy, the older dude. He come in the junk from me. He like, hey, man, that junk crazy, man. He said they was in that junk trying to take bro head off. I was like, bro, that junk wild, man. He was like, man, for real now, Biggs feel like, he said now Biggs down there talking about can't nobody else mess with him no more. After that, that's how Biggs feeling. I'm like, for real, man? He was like, yeah, Biggs talking about can't nobody else touch him no more after this. I'm like, man, Biggs wild, man. I said, I really hope dude produced though. I said, you think dude gonna bring that back, bro? He was like, I mean, you know, everybody said they do it. He was like, but dude sound a little serious that, you know, if he was doing it on Buckingham, Lawrenceville gonna be a cakewalk. I was like, bro, I know, bro. I was like, man, for real, like, I don't want to really get involved in what he got going on, bro. I said, because it's gonna be a lot to this. I just feel it. It was just one of them things. I'm like, yo, this can be a good opportunity, but like, seeing how the red team just went and took all that rage out on him, like he really did something wrong. I couldn't put my finger on it yet, and I couldn't figure it out, but still though, like it always be guys that come with it got long stories of what this happened and that happened. I don't be believing nothing, man, at the end of the day, man. So like, after that situation that happened, man, everything kind of went back to normal. You know what I mean? He was able to coexist in the pod because he actually struck and went in the cell with a dude that's a real dude that ain't, you know what I mean, that really got his back, which is crazy. But he got to produce to be able to keep this protection. Like, that's just how I go. You know what I mean? So, like, Biggs feeling good, you know what I mean? Biggs feeling good that he got this dude in the room with him now, man. So like dude say, he gotta go to VI first to figure this out, figure that out. Then he'll be able to, you know what I mean, get the pack. So Biggs come tell me, Biggs was like, yo, so after me and bro had talked, we had went downstairs and I seen Biggs again. Biggs was like, yo, hey, look. He was like, yeah, look, I ain't gonna go get that pack. He was like, but still, he gotta go over there and see how it is. I said, bro, for what? I said, bro, listen, tell him he at the sweetest camp in the world, bro. He don't gotta go evaluate the visiting room, bro. The visiting room dumb sweet, bro. The visiting room is sweet, bro. He was like, I mean, you know, you can't tell nobody that. He was like, his sister wanna see how it is first. And da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right, bro. I was like, man, but look, what's in it for you for all this? I said, you about to get some work with him? He was like, no, he said he can get the work himself. He just gonna look out for me and let me sell it. I'm like, for real, man? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah. And I was like, well, all right. I mean, you straight there, you know what I mean? He was like, yeah, but this is what I'm saying though, Weezy, like, when I get it though, man, like, I want you to help me though, man. Like, I want you to help me with the chick, man. Like, you know what I mean? Because you know, I don't really know everybody. You know what I mean? You know how to grind, you know everybody, like, you know what I mean? I know you can help me out a little bit. I'm like, what you mean a little bit? Like, what you talking about? I was like, so you saying you gonna give me something to sell? That's what you're saying? He was like, no, I mean, you bring me the plays, you know, I'm gonna look out. We gonna make sure we go up. I'm gonna make sure we eat good. All I said, nah, bro, I don't work for free, bro. I said, look, tell him this though. I said, well, if y'all get the jump, just tell him I'm trying to spend some money and y'all just bless me. He was like, we can do that then. We can do that then, man. So as he was talking, dude, Lil Jim finally pull up, you know what I mean? Lil Jim pull up. He was like, hey, man, Weezy, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, hey, look, man, I appreciate you, man. Hollering at your people for me, man. You know what I mean? He was like, look, bro, I don't trust none of them dudes no more. So like, it's whatever. Like, so you know, I'm out. That was the last fight. I'm out. I ain't nothing to do with them no more. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, bro. I guess. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what else is gonna happen, bro. Like, I can't protect you, man. Biggs is running around here acting like he's about to protect you. I can't do a whole lot of protecting. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So Biggs was like, all right, everything's straight. So they peeled off. So I say probably like 3 days went by, you know what I mean? They waiting on the first weekend, you know what I mean? So I say like 3 days that went by. So 3 days that went by, everything was straight, you know what I mean? So weekend rolling around nice and fast. I see the young boy, Lil Jim, go get a haircut. He getting ready for the, you know what I mean? For the VI that's coming on the weekend. So everybody watches everything, man. Like, you're not gonna be able to do nothing in penitentiary without everybody watching, man. Like, even the people you think not watching, there are people watching, man. I promise you, dudes should be on Lawrenceville when they cut up, still watching through the cracks, like through the cut. Like, you'll never know. People watch everything, man. Like, you have to be like that in prison though, man. You gotta see things 5 steps ahead of time. Like, you gotta like be able to predict the future sometime. Like, yo, you know what? His face don't look right, man. Something about to go down, man. Let me get it. Like, you gotta have that type of instinct in penitentiary, man. Like, that's the only way you gonna survive in there. That's when you become somebody that really know how to bet. So like, I felt something won't right. You know what I mean? I felt something won't right, but still though, what could I do? I gotta let the jump play out because my homeboy really locked in with this dude now. You know what I mean? Biggs talking about ain't nothing gonna happen to dude and this and that and all of this. And I'm just like, yo, this jump crazy. So I'll say through the whole week that was going on, like, the word has gotten out because I told y'all people be watching everything. So I guess the word got out around the compound as far as this dude came from this spot. The red team hate his guts, and the red team, they are the deepest up there at this particular moment on Lawrenceville. Like, you have blue team, you have the GDs, but the red team is just ridiculously deep. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It's a lot of them in every block. So like, his wins, like, he didn't really have, this wasn't a good place, this wasn't a good spot for him to be getting into it with these guys, by the way. You know what I mean? So like I say, everybody probably was watching him, how he was moving right before the weekend was coming. So I don't know. I never seen this dude before. All I know is when they called outside rec, I seen him walking out pod. Now I'm standing on the top tier. I see a dude, you know everybody that's in your block. So when somebody come 229 and you watching, because like, who is that? You know what I mean? And I seen him come in. I never seen this dude before. He was kind of tall, had a little hype to him, you know what I mean? Brown skin dude. And he had just looked wicked, you know what I mean? He had a wicked look to him now. And now he wasn't from Norfolk, but he was from Tidewater. So I would see him around sometime, but I never seen him like that. I never really seen him like that. So he in our block, so he coming to jump. He got the face like this when he coming to jump. He like, this on Friday, I think the young boy going to the VI Sunday. So he like, he go straight up there and holler at the red team. So he go holler at the red team talking to him the whole time. So the whole time they talking to him, like, I'm watching the jump because I didn't go outside. Biggs is in the cell. Dude, Lil Jim is in the cell as well. So I see him talking to him. You know what I mean? So he talking to the red team, So I guess the red team told him like, yo, Weezy messing with the dude who he in the room with. You know what I mean? Weezy homeboy is in the cell with the dude. You know what I mean? So he just out of nowhere, like I'm standing on the top tier. I look to my right, he looking at me, so I'm looking at him. What? So he was like, hey, Weezy. I was like, yeah, what's up? He was like, hey, look, man, that dude, your homeboy that's in the cell, your homeboy in the cell with the dude Lil Jill. I was like, yeah. He was like, look, man, he a rat, man. I was like, he a rat? He was like, yeah, he a rat, man. Yeah, he ratted on my homies in Buckingham. Yeah, this dude's over there in 40 building that know him personally. And that's why he don't go outside, because he trying to duck everybody. But man, he ratted on the whole team up that junk, man. I was like, he ratted on everybody? He was like, man, on everybody, man. He was like, man, he trying to play it off like that's the reason why dudes was hating on him. That's the reason why he got out the junk. No, he was like, nah. He got out, he had to get out the junk because he was ratting, bro. And dudes was extorting him when they found out he ratted. So I'm like, he ratted though for real. He was like, man, I was like, what, you got paperwork, bro? Like, this wasn't around a time where you can really, like, you know what I mean, be on it like how the feds be, but like still though, like, you know, like I know for a fact that Big's gonna want to see paperwork. You know what I mean? Like, you could just say he ratted. Like, he ratted on who? Like, why him? Like, you got some proof? Like, you can't just say somebody rat without no proof, y'all. You gotta be sure about that, man. So boom. So I kind of stood my ground with that, like, yo, bro, you got some paperwork, bro? He was like, man, look, I ain't got no paperwork. But he was like, look, my other homie up for transfer. I know they gonna send him up here. And he from out y'all way. So he gonna tell you. He was like, you know, such and such. He called a red team dude name, and I know him. And this was a dude I was on Sussex 2 with that I got respect for, that's a little older than me. And he's from Norfolk. So I'm like, yeah, I know, bro. I was like, yeah, I know him. He know me. He was like, all right, when he get up here, he gonna be up here in the next month or so. When he get up here, he gonna tell you. So I'm like, oh, I'm just letting you know now. Like, my homeboy ain't gonna let nobody rock with him, bro. He already got beat out the joint. So my homeboy, he trying to do business, bro. So it's like, you know what I mean? You gotta respect that. He was like, man, look, I ain't gotta respect nothing, dude. What I'm saying is, I'm just trying to put y'all on the point about who y'all dealing with. Y'all dealing with somebody that's a freaking slime ball. I'm like, yo, bro, listen, man. You know what I mean? He was like, man, call your man. I was like, man, you want to talk to me? He was like, yeah, call your man. I'm like, I really didn't want to get involved in this, man, but why not, y'all? So boom, I said, hey, Biggs. Hey, bro, call Biggs for me, bro. Knock on Biggs' door and get him for me. He knocked on the door. When I knocked on the door, I look, I see Lil Jim come to the door. Jim was like, dude was like, yo, Weezy want your selling, man. So Lil Jim was like, he looked up, he seen the dude from the red team up there. I seen his eyeballs from afar. His eyeballs said, next thing you know, you see Biggs come out. Biggs come up the steps like this. He was grabbing the railing. He get up there. He walked up. He was like, what's up? I was like, yo, bro right here, man. Bro right here said selling a rat, bro. He was like, what? He a rat? What do you mean he a rat? Dude was like, look, he a rat, bro. Yeah, and I'm telling you, man, like, I want to be protecting that dude, man. He a rat, man. I'm telling you, man, dudes want to eat his food, man. Dudes waiting for him to get that pot. And dudes gonna eat his food, man. This is my word. Biggs was like, nah, ain't nobody gonna eat nobody food. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing because he bringing my stuff back. That stuff he bringing back is mine. Dude was like, man, that ain't your stuff, man. You ain't gotta lie to me about that, man. Biggs was like, look, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him, so what's up then? I was like, yo, chill, Biggs, man. You wildin', bro. He was like, nah, Weezy, man. They already beat him out the jump. What else they want? I'm like, I'm saying though, bro, they saying the man a rat. They saying when he was on the compound, that's why they was extorting him like that, bro, because he was a rat, bro. He was like, man, I ain't going for that. You got paperwork? Show me some paperwork then. I said, bro, I told you, bro. He was like, man, show me some paperwork. Nah, show me some paperwork. So everybody that stayed in that didn't go outside and wreck, everybody job watching this jump now. You know what I mean? Everybody job watching this jump. He like, nah, bro. Like, show me some paperwork, man. Show me some paperwork, man. How about that? Show me some paperwork, man. Ain't nobody gonna mess with him, man. So I'm like, man, shh. I'm like, yo, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta stand with bro. Like, I don't be trying to get into nothing, y'all. I don't be trying to have beef. I don't be trying to get into stuff, man. I promise y'all, I was the dude that tried to keep everybody walking right, man. I'm the guy that's in there thinking about the paper. I'm the guy that's in there thinking about we can't go to the mountains, man. You gotta have somebody like me around, man. But right now, I'm riding with Biggs, y'all. So boom. Just on the strength of the la-la, though, man. Like, Biggs out of control, but on the strength of the la-la, I'm gonna roll with Biggs on this one, man. Like I always got put in predicaments, and it never was my fault when things happen, man. Like it be like that sometimes. But nevertheless, this is the situation we in right now, man. We in this situation right now. So the red team dude was like, man, all right, bro. I'm just letting you know, like I ain't trying to clash with y'all, man. But I'm telling you, dudes want to come over here and take whatever he got when he get it. I'm just letting you know. I'm just getting y'all the count. We're like, look, bro. Ain't nobody gonna take nothing, man. You just heard my man say, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be nice about the jump. I was trying to be nice as possible. Dude was like, man, all right, we gonna see then. We gonna see then, man. So he just dipped. He went back down there with the other dudes from the op. He talked to them, then he left out. He left out the pod. So when he left out the pod, I seen Biggs. Biggs was like, man, I ain't tripping on him. He go back downstairs. I guess he go say something to his roommate. So I pull up on the Richmond dudes. They sales not too far from us. So I walk down there. I was like, what's up, bro? He was like, what's up, bro? I was like, man, look, y'all done beat the dude brains in. He was like, man, look, that was the orders I supposed to have done. We took care of what we supposed to did. I don't know nothing else about nothing else, man. He was like, but still though, he was like, man, the dude a major coward though, man. He was like, I wouldn't mind taking his pack if he get in the pack though. He was like, but your man in the way though, Weezy. I was like, I mean, what you want? That's a selling, bro. You know what I mean? He was like, yeah, but I'm saying though, like for real though, man, you should just let dude food get ate though, man, because like he in the way, man. He in the way, short. I was like, man, I feel you, bro, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how this go though. That's like if y'all would have had him and we was coming with this, man, like y'all would have protected him, man. Like I was like, I ain't protecting him, but like, you know, I rock with Biggs, man. So I'm like, bro, like for real, bro, like I'm gonna holler at him, man. Like for real though, he was like, man, I'm telling you, man, like dudes really want to get dude, man. Like, so you know, Biggs, man, he like a job in the middle of this stuff, man. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up with him. I was like, bro, I'm gonna holler at Biggs again. So when I go downstairs, Biggs in the cell, Jive talking to his roommate, Lil Jim sitting on the box. He like, hey, man, why they telling me you snitch, man? I know you ain't got me holding you down. You a snitch for real, man. Jim was like, snitch on who? I ain't snitch on nobody. Them dudes hating on me, man. I ain't snitch on nobody, man. You believe that, man? You can't believe everything these people say, man. I ain't snitch on nobody, man. Come on, Biggs, man. I ain't did nothing wrong, man. Them dudes just hating, man. Them dudes just hating, man. So he was like, look, man, just be careful when you go to that VI, man. You gotta be on point, man. I ain't gonna let nobody do nothing to you, man. But you just gotta be on point. So I'm like, I'm just hearing the jump. I'm like, he was like, man, Weezy, they lying on me. I was like, man, shh. I just sat down, like, for real, I didn't really know what to say. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, it was no proof that what they was saying. At the end of the day, man, like, the red team ain't gonna go about their way of all of this, man. And nothing is really true, man. But I just knew that they really wanted to really get that pack from him. And, like, that's probably what they was doing on the other camp. Like, yo, wait till you get the pack. Then we gonna get him, extort him, make him look out. Because I done seen stuff like this before, man. The red team don't joke around when they find out you a coward, y'all. So, boom. They play for keeps, man. Every prison, ask anybody, they play for keeps. And I done saw it before. So like, I'm just looking at this whole situation like, damn, man, like for real, this is stuck between a rock and a hard place, pause, because I'm a ride with bro. But for some reason on this side, I'm feeling like real skeptical. I'm feeling real kind of like, I'm not sure. Cause something's really up. That's how I'm feeling about the whole thing. You know what I mean? So nothing happened. Friday rolled around. After Friday was done, Saturday rolled around. Saturday was done. Bro went to the VI. And when bro went to the VI while everybody's outside wreck. The whole building, the whole compound on the outside, everybody was outside wreck. He go to VI like 12:50, 1:30 or something like that. I think it was like 1:30 he went to VI. So everybody outside, everybody seen him go. Everybody seen him go. When everybody seen him go, I promise you, man, they did a gate break. Man, it was so many people that came back. I ain't gonna exaggerate like 1,000 people, but it was at least about 15, 20 people that was part of the red team and part of our pod. Biggs, me, my homeboy, all us just came back at gate break. Cause I didn't really think he was going because it got late. So I went outside. So when we seen him go, when they came and did gate break is when you can go back into the pod. You know what I mean? Everybody went back into the pod. Almost everybody went back. And that was because everybody wanted to make sure bro was gonna be straight when he come back in. You know what I mean? They wanted to make sure bro was gonna be straight when he come back in. So bro come back in, bro come back. He come back from the jump. So when bro come back from the jump, I don't even know that red team dudes is ducked off in different cells. They ducked off in different cells in that jump. You know, I'm just coming back from gate break. Like, I don't know what's going on. Man, I come back, man. This is my word, man. Dude come back, this is my word. He come back, he go straight to his cell. He put the cut up. You know what I mean? So bro is in there. His roommate is in there. Biggs is still in there. He got the cut up. So like, you know, that's an indication if you definitely have something. If you're not using the bathroom and your roommate is in there. Usually dudes come out from the VI, gotta do number 2 because they done ate all that freaking snack machine food, hot dogs, hamburgers, biscuits, sandwiches, all that you can heat up in the microwave. That junk don't do nothing but run right through you as soon as you get back to the pod. You know what I mean? So dudes usually gotta use the bathroom, but he didn't kick Biggs out the joint. So I'm saying in my mind, like I thought this was just a test run game. You know what I mean? I thought this was the test run. I thought this was the move where, you know what I mean? Like you gotta like this basically like, you know what I mean? Like I thought he was just going to check out and see how it is in the joint. But the door open up, Biggs come out the joint, but the cut is still up. Biggs came out, Biggs is still by the cell like this. Next thing you know, you just started seeing dudes come out. Seen 3 dudes come out I ain't never seen before in the pod. They walked up, they seen Biggs. When I seen that, I come down the steps, man. I seen homeboy, I was like, shh. We get down the steps, we get over there where Biggs was at. Biggs was like, nah, look, man, he ain't got nothing, man. Look, he ain't got nothing, man. Look, who got a problem with him, man? Who said he a snitch? He said he trying to fight whoever said he a snitch, man. Y'all trying to fight? Y'all trying to fight? Yeah, he trying to fight whoever he says that's a snitch, man. Yeah, that's how we gonna handle this, man. He said, man, put the cut down, man. He put the cut down. I looked, Lil jumped back of the cell with his shirt off like this. His word, he had his shirt off, ready. He was ready, man. Dudes were like, man, he a rat, man. You protecting a rat, man. That's crazy, man. Y'all protecting a rat, man. I was like, I'm just looking like, shh. To be in the middle of this was crazy, man. To be in the middle of this was out of control. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, man, y'all protecting a rat. Yeah, that's messed up, man. Like, man, Biggs like, man, look, prove he a rat. And if you think he a rat, go tell him in his face. Go tell him in his face. This word. Young boy was like, one dude that they brought, he was like, I'll tell him he a rat. That nigga a rat. I'll tell him in his face. He was like, go tell him then. This word. Biggs open the door. This word, he went in that jump. They start wrecking. And the young boys start wrecking in that jump. They wrecking this word. Dude looking. Biggs like, nah, it's one-on-one. Nah, it's one-on-one because he ain't in red team no more. So it's one-on-one. You know, Biggs kind of a little bigger than niggas. He like, yeah, it's one-on-one. Yeah, it's one-on-one. So the red team, like, they letting dude wreck. You know what I mean? Young boy get off on him. Young boy get off on him. So they go in there and break it up. They're like, yeah, I'm going to fight for mine. Jim said, yeah, I'm going to fight for mine every time. Dude like, man, you a fucking rat, man. You a fucking rat. So goddamn, the other nigga grabbed the red team member like, yo, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Because that shit that Jive made the scene. So they get the fuck out of the pod. So the dudes from Richmond that's part of the red team, they looking like they just shaking their head out the whole shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, this shit dumb as a bitch, man. So Jim like, man, fuck, I gotta fight every day. Man, I gotta fight every day. He was like, man, look, man, I appreciate y'all niggas, man. Yeah, look, my sister ain't bring me nothing for real. But look, though, yeah, she brought me a balloon, though.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.